All right, here we go. So looking at the opening assignment, we're looking at question number 5. It says, what is the absolute value? So remember, the absolute value is the value of the number away from 0. So it can be a negative number. You can have negative 10, but it's still only 10 places away from 0. So absolute value is how far is it away from 0. So looking at our point right here, what will our answer be? What do you think, Waylon?
25.
25, good. Anybody got any questions on that one? All right, let's look at number 6. Nisha is following a recipe for tomato sauce that calls for, and I'm sorry that these numbers are hard to read, calls for 1 3/4 teaspoon of oregano. She is using a measuring spoon that holds 1/8 of a teaspoon. How many times will she need to fill the measuring spoon with oregano to make the tomato sauce? So if I know that I'm needing 1 3/4 of something, and I know that I have a measuring utensil that will only hold 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I'm needing to find out how many times am I going to have to fill that 1/8 of a teaspoon, what operation would I need to do? Think about, if I've got, this is how much that I need, this is how much I'm able to fill up at a time. What do you think? Good, Chloe, it is division. So we're going to do 1 3/4, and we've got to divide it by 1/8. Okay? Now, guys, remind me what I need to do if I have a mixed number. What do I need to do to that first, Sonny?
You got to times the denominator by the whole number.
Okay.
And then add it to the numerator.
Excellent. So I'm taking this mixed number. I'm doing the operations that Sonny said to turn it into an improper fraction. So I've got 4 times 1 is 4 plus the 3 gives me what? 7. So I have 7/4. And I'm going to keep that division. I want to keep the rest of it because I'm not ready yet to, what's our 3? Keep, change, flip. Good. So keep, change, flip. So I keep this fraction. I have to change that division to multiplication. Good. And then I've got to do what to this one? I got to flip it. So what does that become? 8/1. Excellent. Now, I have a couple of ways that I can go from this. I can either cancel out, or I can go in and multiply it and then simplify it. Okay, so what way would you guys rather do? You want to multiply and then simplify? Okay. All right, so let's do, we're doing 7 times 8. What's that give me?
48.
56. It's all right. 4 times 1 gives me 4. Now what do I need to do? Divide. What am I dividing?
4.
All right, so I'm dividing the 4 into the 56. So we're taking 4, dividing it into 56. How many times will 4 go into 5? 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 minus 4, 1. And then what do I do? Bring down your 6. 4 times 4. So this is going to give me 14. So she's got to fill that teaspoon, that 1/8 of a teaspoon. She's got to fill it 14 times in order to get what her recipe is calling for. This is good life situation for when you guys have to start cooking for yourselves. Okay? Well, I'm very proud. All right, let's look here. Says the number line shows the opposite of -4. Okay? So this number line shows the opposite of -4, which is 4. What is the opposite of the integer plotted on the number line? It is -4. Good. All right. Says find the quotient. What is quotient? That's one of our vocabulary words. The answer to a division problem. Excellent. So here we've got 3. We're dividing it into 1203. So now we've got to do what? How many times will 3 go into 12? 4. 4 times 3 gives me 12. Now what do I do? Bring down my 0. Now what do I do? Okay, it goes into 0 times. Now what do I do? Bring down my 3. Okay, it goes in 1 time. So your answer, you should have gotten C. Okay, now, with number 9, it says which of the following statements is not true. So anytime that you see not true, or which one is true, or all of the following except, those kinds of questions always tricks kids, okay? Because you're used to just looking for the solution. So what I want you to do when you are seeing questions like this, I want you to either underline the not true, I want you to star it, I want you to circle it, I want you to do something that's going to make you stop and realize, hey, I'm looking for what does it mean if it's not true? It's a lie, right? Or it's false. So you know, you guys play that four truths and a lie. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the lie. Okay? All right, so -11 is the opposite of 11. Is that true?
Yeah.
That is true. So guess what? We're marking that one out. Is 0 the opposite of 0?
No.
Yes. So we're marking it out. That's true. 5.3 is the opposite of 3.5.
That's a big old lie.
That's a big old lie. Now, let's look at D if this one is true. 21 is the opposite of -21. Is that true?
Yes.
That is true. So we can mark that one out. All right. Anybody got any questions? All right. Let's go ahead and maneuver over to our... Go ahead and get over to ordering rational numbers. We've been working with our new unit with integers and rational numbers. Yesterday we went over kind of classifying different numbers as either being whole integers or a rational number. We also put some decimals in order, negative and positives. We have transferred or converted some percentages into decimals. Now we're looking at ordering rational numbers. Now remember rational numbers from yesterday. So whole numbers, what's an example of a whole number? 1. Whole numbers are 0 and positives. Okay? Integers. What's an integer? Negative number, 0, or positive. So it includes all the whole numbers. All right, rational. What's rational?
Or fraction.
Decimal or a fraction. So you've got all of those numbers in between 1 and 2. All those numbers in between, those are your rational numbers. Okay? All right, so we're going to work through this and then we'll go to lunch. All right, a fraction bar is one way to represent division. Bless you. This can be used to convert a fraction to a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. All right, example, if I have A over B,